Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have my part 2 here. I'm pretty excited to get out a lot of this information because I think, according to my grand guess, this is my big guess of this time frame, we're in it. And it started on March 2nd, going to March 14th. Okay, so if I'm right, which, I'm it's weird to feel like, okay, you're right, but then a lot of destruction and crazy stuff's coming, which is already coming. I mean, we know the CV, which I've dubbed it the CV as because it's 3 is the C and V is 22 is 322. That's coming, and that's Skull and Bones. Anyway, so, and many other things are coming, like I'm going to show. So if you haven't watched my part 1, please watch that because it's going to cover some things I'm not going to cover in this video, and they're very important. So let's get to it here without a lot of much further ado here. Okay, here we go. So this is a big scene in iPad Goat. This is Lily, and she's about to give birth. She's paying to be delivered, so she's giving birth right here. And again, the apple represents the big apple because it is a big apple when it's showing up close to her. And it's also written on it is Hawaii upside down and backwards, as I've shown. I'm not going to show that again. It represents a few different things, but predominantly for me, it's Hawaii and New York. Okay, as far as the attacks. Again, this whole video, iPad Go 2, is about the second 9/11. There's no iPad Go 1. It is the second, it is number 2 because it is about the second 9/11. Okay, and I credit that an original understanding about some of the stuff about this video and the timeline and everything. The several many timelines in this little video, what people would call a cartoon. Well, it's not a cartoon. It's a big playbook of the enemy, and it's shown already over 50 false flag events that have happened since it was released. So I credit the understanding that it was a timeline and a lot of initial understandings to J.K. Bugout. I want to say that again, like I said in the past. But my understanding has come far beyond that, I believe, because the real message is about birth, the birth of the woman, the man child into heaven, which is the bride of Christ. Also, it's a feminine part, bride of Christ, or the man child into heaven, and also at the same time the birth of the Antichrist on earth. So it's a twin birth. That's why everything is about two things: twin attacks, twin this, twin that, all that stuff. So without keep going on that, this was tied to the Super Bowl day 2222, and I'm going to show you how. And then the real day of the first day of the birth of the apple falling, I believe, was March 2nd. We're going to talk a lot about March 2nd. I'm going to talk a lot about March 9th, March 11th, and March 14th. Those are some main attack days. Really, the attack days are March 9th, March 11th/12th, the tsunamis, and March 14th. So it starts on March 2nd. And the connection between these 2 months is really huge because it's 29 days, because this year is a leap year, and that was a leap day, the 29th day of February. And so that makes February a lunar month in a sense. So the relationship between these 2 months is one lunar cycle approximately, okay? And that's a big deal for a number of reasons. Also, like I mentioned, 29 is 9/11 backwards, or 119, of course. So there's a lot of symbolism with that. And I'm going to show you how these are connected for symbolism, for rituals like the Super Bowl, all kinds of stuff, okay? And also the 29th is connected to February 29th. The 29th was the first case or the first death of the CV in the United States, which again is 9/11. So it's forecasting multiple deaths of Americans on the next several 9/11s, which are the days in this 13-day period. I'm saying from March 2nd to March 14th, which are all the days of the process of the birth of the Antichrist. Excuse me. Okay, so this is very important, okay, and I'm going to get into all the details of that. So I'm going to go back to what I said in my last video of The Economist magazine 1988, okay, and that was 11,749 days ago, which was, again, 117 is 11 times 7, which is 77, and then the 49 is 7 times 7. So we have the 7. It's all about the 7 sevens, like in my last video. You got to watch that if you haven't. Okay, but let me share this with you. So with the stock market that just crashed, not technically crashed, I guess it went down the most points on the Dow ever in history, okay, was this last February 27th, okay, and then that makes it basically 11, 7, 11. So 3 plus 8 is 11. And if you look down here, well, let me tell you say this first. We have the 1190 and then 95. So in the whole reduction of the amount of points and the percentage it reduced are the attack days. I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, but right here I want to show you this from the Economist magazine, which means because basically the economy has to crash for them to come for a new world currency, and you see the different forms of money down here on fire, okay, bringing in this new currency, a new world currency. Okay, so we have exactly 32 years ago and 1 month and 19 days, which is 119. Okay, and then 32, like I've mentioned in the last video, many videos, Barack Obama is, or I'm going to call him Stinky B.O., he is number 32. That is one of his numbers. Another one of his numbers is 117. He's also 216 because that's the day of the year that he's supposedly born, the 216th day of the year. I'm going to talk about all those. He's also 84, and that's August 4th. He's many things. He's also ultimately 3 because the elites want to go from 9 TO 3, or as a representation, 9 to 3. Want to go from 9 to 3, and he is 3. He is 3 for many reasons. I'm going to show you all that. Okay. So in this number of this reduction, we have 119. Now look at this. January, let me do this first. So January 9th, well, actually, I'll get to that in a second here for all my slides here. So basically right here, this is 4, under my dot here, the minus 4.42. There's so much in this, and I can't even get into all of it because it's really 44 times 2 as well, which is 88. But 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. Take away the 0 is 1. And March is really to the elites. Like I said, we're off by 2 months. March is really 1 to the elites, so the first month. But it also represents 3 because we know it as 3. But it's 1. And then right here we have, down here, 11 and 9 is 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 9 is 11. And 9 plus 5 is 14. So we have 1 or 3. The third month to us is March. 11, 14. So this is really showing the full dates, and it kind of like it's kind of going around. I don't know how to explain that exactly right at this moment, but anyway, so it's all right there. And then, like I said, January is really the 11th month. So again, we have January is the 11th month because September, October, November, December are Septem, Octo, Novem, Decem, which are all Latin for 7, 8, 9, 10. But we know them as 9, 10, 11, 12 months. Okay? But like I said, January is the 11th month because it's after December, which is supposed to be the 10th month. Originally it was on the Roman calendar. And then, again, February is the 12th month to the elites. And then March is the first month. So January is the 11th month. So when this came out, they looked at this as being 11/9, January 9th. Okay? And, there's so much to all this. In fact, the year right here is 1 plus 9 is 10, which is really 1. And then 8 plus 8 is 16. So this is really, the date is 119, and then the year is actually 119 upside down and backwards, okay, which is 116. I mean, it's a version of that. It's 116, which upside down is 911. Anyway, so it's a version of that. It's right in that date, okay? Let's keep going here. So how does that ring with the first death recorded in China due to the CV? Well, that is January 9th. Again, that is 11/9. They love these 11/9s, these 9/11s, all over the place, okay? Or 11/9, January is also 2/9. And again, we go back to the 29th, which was the first case in the United States. Okay, but if you go from the, I'm saying the Golden Gate alignment that I've been talking about in my last several videos, which was on November 9th, which is a massive coincidence. We're talking about January 9th, we're talking about 119, and November 9th was 11/9, right? Yeah, right. So from the Golden Gate alignment, because it's all about the Golden Gate about to be opened and the Silver Gate about to open as well. So from November 9th to February 29th, the first case of the CV in the United States, this is all symbolic, like I said, is 113 days. Okay, also, okay, so that was the Golden Gate alignment to the first death in the United States. Okay, also February 29th is, because February was the 12th month, which is 1 plus 2 is 3. And then the 29th, like I said, is 2 plus 9 is 11. So that's a 311 as well. See how they do this with forward and backward of numbers 11, 3, 311. Now I'm going to hit a lot of different points of these different crazy numbers all over the place. Some are going to be not as obvious, but I try to hit as many as the obvious ones as I can. There's so many more numbers I could put on this, and it would take about a 4-hour video. But I don't do that. I try to find the stuff that's more obvious that I can prove. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So, and then last week, I should say the week before the birth started on, okay, so let's just say this. Okay, the week before the week which started March 2nd, and the whole process of the birth it lost. Everybody knows it went down a tremendous amount. It lost about 3,200 points that week. And that's not a coincidence, because we have 32. And then here, the S&P fell the S&P 500 fell by 4.4. Again, ZinkyBO 44th Pres. And then right here, the Nasdaq was down by 4.6 or 46. And I'm going to show you how 46 has to do with birth. And again, let me say this ahead of time. I've said it in the past. 46 is also birth because it's 23 chromosomes from the father, 23 chromosomes from the mother. 23 and 23, which they love 23 for a lot of reasons, mainly because BO is 23 backwards, which is 32. He's many things, but he's also 46 being the birth, 23 and 23. Okay, and I'm going to show you how it is also born as well and things like that. Has to do with birth. So this, I'm going to really hit on a number of things about birth, about ZinkyBO's birth, and that 3-2 began it, and then we're basically hitting different days, different attack days that represent his birth as well. Okay, it's a birthing process. And like I've mentioned before, there he is on his presidential portrait. His foot is really a black mama snake, which the Kobe Bryant was known as a black mama. And we know that I've said in previous videos that the CV virus is equal to Kobe. That was found by my brother Dallas at Whiteboard Gematria. Anyway, and then in his legs upside down is 32, and then Kobe's jerseys just happened to equal. The two jerseys had and the Lakers happened to equal 32. Yeah, right. Sure. There's so much of this I can't even cover. It's just mind-boggling. So he's 32. Also from the, like I said here, from the Golden Gate alignment of 11/9 to February 29th, which is also 113 or 311 is 113. Okay, I want to make that clear. But also from the Golden Gate alignment to the first, so that was the first death in the United States. This is the first death in China that was reported. Okay, that is 62 days. Why is that important? So you can guess. Okay, anyway. Okay, 62 is the 62nd day of the year, which is, any guesses? 62nd day of the year is, March 2nd. No way. So these different events that they're having, they're marking out, they're special for his birth. They're showing his birth. So it just so happens that 311 from the Golden Gate alignment, like I've shared, the Golden Gate alignment was on November 9th. There were 5 planets and the sun aligned exactly up in the sky, parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge, if you're looking at it from San Francisco. Also, Daniel Cannon from Logic for Authority also confirmed that for me, that I was looking at the right stuff and I was studying this. I'm like, is this really it? And then I saw a video he did where he showed how they were making these fires by their weaponry, their trying to think of the best, their energy weapons, basically. And they made this exact row of fires with the biggest one being the exact position of the sun, and it was parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge on the ground. At the same time we had these fires going on, we had I'm calling the Golden Gate alignment parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge in the sky, and then these fires were parallel, exactly in a straight line, parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge on the ground. So that confirmed for me. That was another confirmation of things I was studying. The thing I actually found of this alignment. In fact, Sirius went up, and it was right above the Golden Gate Bridge, and then the alignment of these 5 planets and the sun followed it up into the sky and then back down. They just followed it right up. And Sirius is the dog star, or the God star. Anyway, backwards. And I'm going to get into that more too. So, and I'm going to hit a few other crazy little numbers here. So from, again, January 9th, which is the first case in China that was recorded. Of course, this is all, listen, I'm going to say about all this. I think, in fact, they're hiding a bunch of stuff. I think they're hiding the rollout of 5G. There's a number of things I've been seeing, and I haven't really got into everything, but it's a combination of all this virus stuff. All this is a combination of real and fake. Okay, if you think it's all fake, there's just no way. They have to put real, and they have a lot of agendas. They're reducing the population. They're doing many things at once. They're putting all this predictive programming of the Antichrist birth and all the stuff like I'm sharing with you on this. It's a lot of things. It's to get medical martial law going in all these countries and all that. It's to get you to take the mark. It's, this exact, whatever this is eventually going to be as far as their answer to this, someone's going to come out with it. It might even be Stinky BO or some associated with him saying, hey, we got the cure, and then you don't take it. Do not take it. I don't care how much fear you have. Hopefully you trust the Lord like I do. I have no fear whatsoever about all this. None. Because I know what it is. I know what's behind it. I know it's the enemy. I believe Psalm 91 regarding all this stuff. You should too. So that's 52 days from the first case in China to the first case in the United States. Well, how is that important? Well, Trump, and there was a lot of forecasting of 52 with, the Iran conflict with Soleimani and all that kind of stuff. Trump was saying that, like 52 sites right here, all kinds of 52 was going on at the time. And then also from the first case to Barack Obama's first day, I believe, of birth, the apple falling, was 54 days, and that associates with Super Bowl 54. They did a lot of rituals about birth and things, as I shared as well. Okay, then we have from February 2nd, which is the Super Bowl, to, I believe it's his final revealing, which is the final attack on the United States, is 42 days. Okay, I'm just hitting these little numbers to kind of give you an idea, some connections here, but I got a lot bigger stuff coming. So 42 days, of course, 42 is the number of the Antichrist and his birth as well, because 42 is, the Bible says that the Antichrist will reign for 42 months. 42 is a big Antichrist number. And it's also 24 backwards, which was Kobe Bryant's number. His last jersey with the Lakers was 24. There's all kinds of stuff, which is 42 backwards. There's all kinds of meanings of all these things. It's really crazy if you understand it a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to hit, again, Stinky B.O.'s birth. He was supposedly born in 1961. I talked about this a little bit in the past on my videos, but there's some new stuff I want to show you about this to kind of tee up this whole birth thing. So 1961, okay, is really, for example, it's basically showing the opening of the portal. And here's Michael J. Fox, who just happened to be in a movie about opening a portal, about going 88 miles an hour. And he was born literally, okay, he was picked for this whole thing. He was born on June 9th, 1961, if you can believe it. And 69 is the portal, or it's also 23, 23, 23. It's also the mark, which is going to be 23, 23, 23. It's many things. So he was literally born on the portal. I mean, and this is crazy. And he had in a movie, very famous movie of movies about 88 miles an hour and all that. It's insane. So again, so many people are types of the Antichrist, white, black, whatever. So many things are, and I'm just showing you, giving you a glimpse of some things that so many things point to Stinky BO and being the Antichrist. Okay. Another one is Mr. Wayne Gretzky. Okay. He was also born in 1961 on, guess what, January 26th. And guess what? Kobe Bryant died on January 26th, which is 126. Okay. Also, I haven't shown it in a while, but Barack, in gematria, English gematria is, I think it was English gematria. Which gematria was it? Well, he's 126. But 126 is really big for a number of reasons I've shared. It's also 621 backwards, which is 62. The first day of the 62nd day of the year times 1 would be just 62. Another way of looking at it. 62nd day of the year is March 2nd. Okay, so Wayne Gretzky, all professional sports is scripted, of course. If you don't know that, you need to know that. All the gematria proves it without a shadow of a doubt. If you ever looked at it, you should. It's ridiculous. And then he was called the Great One. Referencing, it's also, that's what people believe the Antichrist will be, the Great One. And again, it happens to be 118. Or guess what? 1 and then 1 plus 8 is 19. Okay, so 19 is very important for the Antichrist as well. Okay, here's another person, famous person, and this is Princess Diana, and also Barack Obama is Princess Diana in a way too. Diana, I'm not gonna get into all that right now, but he is a princess as well. I'm gonna show you some things on this video as well about that. But she was born supposedly in 1961, and then she died. When she died later, she died on August 31st. So when you combine her death day, month and day, and her birth year, it's 8/4 in 1961. There's so many relationships to so many people, and Stinky BO, it's quite annoying. In fact, I've been very angry at times, and how most of our life, especially in the media these days, and for a long time, has been revolved around him. The numbers, just wait till I show you. I've shown so many things. Now I have over 400 reasons why he's the Antichrist, and no one comes remotely close. Nobody. Okay, here he is, Stinky BO himself, and here's his birthday. In fact, so you can look at this as a mirror, or when I put a point on here, look at it like a spinning mirror. So if you spin this, it goes 19, 61, 19, 19, 19. It could just keep being 19, or it can keep being 61. Both sides of the line could be 19 or 61. Okay, so if it was 61, 61, it's 7, 7. If it's 19, 19, 19 always equals 1, because 1 plus 9 is 10. Take the 0 away, it's 1. So if the 61 is really a 19, so we have 19, 19, okay? Then we have his birthday of August 4th, right? So 8 plus 4 is 12, okay? So if 19 and 19 are really 1 and 1, because 9, again, anything you add to 9, it stays the same, okay? Because 1 plus 9 is 10, and then you take the 0 away, and it's 1. So 9 is a throwaway number. So what does that mean? 1 plus 2 is 3, and then we have 1, 1 is 3, 1, 1. Barack Obama's birthday, supposed birthday, I don't believe it was, because it lines up with too many things. If you have any kind of understanding about this, it's impossible. His birthday equals 311. Okay, secretly, of course, because, they don't want any of this stuff obvious. They have to have you jump through hoops and understand their system before you understand how this stuff works. Otherwise, you're being programmed like the masses, okay? That's how this works. Okay, let me give you an idea. Barack Obama is, not only is he 8/4, he's 216, because the 216th day of the year is supposedly his birthday of 8/4. He's also 117. Well, how is he 117? He's 117 in many ways. Also, again, 11 times 7 is 77. So he is 77 ultimately. Okay, he's also 14, which is 7 plus 7. But let me show you how he's 117 in the days of the year, because we know he's 216 because the 216th day of the year is August 4th. So let me show you this. So normally the 117th day is April 27th. This is weird how this all works, okay? I'm not saying some of these by themselves are huge, revelations, but when you add all this stuff up and you add up all my videos and all the things I've shown about how he is the Antichrist and everything and all the other stuff I show, it's a huge, compelling, amazing case. It really is. But most people won't watch all my videos. They won't watch all this composite, evidence stacked on top in a huge mountain. Okay, they just won't watch it. They won't go back and watch all this stuff and collect all this information and learn it. But I'm telling you, it adds up to some massive stuff. And hopefully I can convince you of some stuff on this video. So normally the 117th day every year except a leap year is April 27th. Well, this leap year, it happens to be April 26th. Well, exactly backwards, 4 and then 2-6 separated is 8-4. Okay, hey, that's just a massive coincidence. That's just a coincidence, right? Or you wouldn't call it a massive coincidence. You just call it a coincidence. Let me show you more coincidences that are crazy. So the 248th day, leaving 117 days left. Okay, backwards, if you separate it, it's 8-4-2. So 248 backwards is 8-4-2. Okay, so normally, the 248th day is September 5th, okay, and I don't know why that 117 went away. I can mess up on that, but it doesn't matter. That's still there. But so normally September 5th, and that makes 9 plus 5 is 14 again. 7 plus 7 is 14. He's 7-7. He's 11-7 because it's 11 times 7. All kinds of stuff. But because this year is his birth year and it's a leap year, it's 9-4. September 4th is the 248th day of the year, okay? And that is 9 plus 4 is 13. It's the 13-day process I'm talking about because it's about a birth. It's about rebellion. It's about the lawless one revealed, the rebellious one revealed. So let's keep reducing this a little bit, this 8-4. Okay, but first I'm going to do this. So 8-4, okay, is 8 plus 4 is 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So then we have 3-2, which is the first day I'm talking about, March 2nd. Or if I reduce this in a different way, 8-4 and 2 is 8-4, 2 is 1 and 1, or 8-4-1-1. Remember what I said about his birthday? I showed you with the 1961. It is 311. In this way, the same way. 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 311. Okay, that's how, one of many ways he is 11-7, and 3-2 and all this stuff. Let me get into more stuff. I'll show you. This is really insane. So let's do a crazy thing. Let's just take Barack Obama's date of birth last year, his day of birth last year, okay, when he turned 58. By the way, 58 is 13. There's so much to this. It's just off the charts. It's been 58 years from the last oh, wait, I'm not going to get into all that right now. It's too much. Okay, so from his last birthday to March 14th, which I say is going to be his actual revealing, is 224 days, which is 2 plus 2 is 4, so that's 44. He's the 44th Prez, right? Which is 7 months and 11 days. Oh, that's just a coincidence, right? 7-11 there again. Yeah, just a coincidence. Now let's take from March 14th, for example, this year that I'm saying is his revealing of his birth, his final birth, the revealing to the world, the final attack day. Let's take it to the next birthday where he becomes 59, which exactly is 14, okay, is 14-4 or 144, or 1 times 44 is 44. And then look, it leaves, that is exactly equal to 144 days, exactly equal to 4 months and 22 days, which is 4-4. Also, oh, by the way, August 4th is also 8-4, which is 4-4-4, which is the number for Lucifer in English gematria. Anyway, there's so much I can talk about. It's just mind-blowing, but you gotta understand, these numbers are insane. They keep adding up for him. Now let's look at this in iPad Go 2, this Antichrist being revealed. And that's what we're talking about. He's going to be revealed finally on the 14th, but there's a process, okay? So here he is basically dead. His eyes are closed. He's got the crown of thorns on, but it's actually barbed wire, because there's barbed wire in iPad Go in the beginning and different spots, okay? Now the barbed wire disappears. Like I've said before, barbed wire disappears, or the crown of thorns in a sense disappears, and then he wakes up And it just so happens that when the Notre Dame fire that happened last year, when it was about to completely go in flames, this guy, which I've covered, I can't remember his name, but he goes in. They said he went in, which is all, just a story. It's not real, just for all the narrative and everything. He went and grabbed the supposed crown of thorns that was around Jesus and rescued it from before it was burned in the fire. And that's given an ode to this. This is showing that's going to happen in the future, because this is all connected, because this is a playbook. So as soon as the crown disappears, then you see his eyes open, and his eyes are on fire. Okay, which is the cause of this crumbling. Now this begins to crumble now. As soon as it's fine, and then as soon as the eyes open and his eyes are on fire, which is how the Notre Dame actually started, being destroyed, was by fire. It starts crumbling now, but his eyes are showing the tail. The eyes are the window to the soul, in a sense, or a window to what's going on here. So his eyes are on fire. This is crumbling. Here comes crumbling down. Now, after the crown was removed and it's on fire. Okay, and then here it is. And that's the main, whatever you call it, spire falling, whatever. Kind of lose my train of thought sometimes. The spire falling exactly the way it fell. It was burning in his eyes. Okay, as other people have shown too, and I'm giving you a little bit more insight on some of these things and timing and everything. So just keep that in mind. That's what we're connecting the revealing of the Antichrist. He came out of the cave. He was birthed. He's being revealed and all this stuff. Here it is. Okay, so here he is. Here's his chest, and there's this fiery, heart with hearts within a heart kind of thing. Okay, and more stuff going on chest. Now I think I might have completely uncovered what's going on here. So, if you really look at his heart, the heart, like I mentioned, the heart has to do with Valentine's Day, which is connected to this day by one full moon cycle. It's not a coincidence. Also, the heart is messaging. It's numbers and things. And it's also, like I said, right side up, heart shape. The heart shape that we know is a female area. And then upside down, it's a male area. It's testicles. And like I've shared as well. And I'm going to show you more of that. I've shared this before. That's what this is. It's birth and conception. Conception and birth. Conception involves, sperm, and it involves, intercourse, that kind of stuff. So you have the male and the female versions of the heart represented right side up and upside down of the heart. But also, the heart upside down is a W. But the ends are connected. So look at this as being a W. I'm going to help you a little bit. Now look, this is the heart outside of the I believe is the Whore of Babylon inside the phallic symbol in iPad Goat as well, if you know that scene. And she's got a red light on. She's in the red light district. She's got a red light on that's flashing, and it's flashing for a reason. I'm going to get into all that. You know why? I guess I'll tell you right now. Actually, this is a good point. It actually flashes 3 times. And look, hey, we got 3 hearts. Heart within a heart within a heart. It's 3 hearts. And this flashes 3 times. I wonder why. What could it be? Well, if you look it upside down, the flashing heart. Oh, I went the wrong way. The wrong way. Upside down, it looks more like testicles than it ever did. Than they ever do. But this looks a lot more like testicles, and it's more obvious, okay? But it even looks more like a W, because they have it as a neon, object that is not connected at the top. So it looks more like a W right here, because it is a W. It's several things. Again, iPad Go 2 is multi-layered. It's ridiculous with this multi-layering. It's demonically inspired. If you don't realize that demons work in all kinds of artists in the world, in movies, TV, art, everything, in media in general, and these artists are anywhere from completely knowledgeable to what's going on with demons and the numerology and all this kind of stuff they're doing with Kabbalah and all this kind of stuff with, devil worship and everything else, all the way to the artist that just doesn't know what's going on, and they're just confused, and then somehow they're inspired by a demon to, draw this thing or put this thing down, because the demon basically is working in their mind to tell them to do it. I mean, if you don't realize that, you need to realize that. This is all a massive conspiracy by demons over thousands of years. That's just the only way all these different groups and all these different secret societies can work through the ages to coordinate to do all the same stuff and come all together. Human beings can't do it in themselves. It's impossible. It's just not possible. If you think it's just all different societies only, it's demons working throughout the ages, throughout the thousands of years and the hundreds of years, more recently in the modern days, just for an example. But so we have the W here. Okay, so let me give you an example. So here's Barack Obama signing the beam at the One World Freedom Tower, right? And he says, "We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger," which is an ode, by the way, to Isaiah, in defiance against God, where Israel was defiant against God, saying, "We will rebuild and we won't submit. We're going to rebuild." And that's a defiant attitude. But also WWW, as in the World Wide Web as well, is 666. And many people have shown this, but basically the Vav represents the V or the W, and its number is 6 in the Hebrew. So Vav is Vav, 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 which is 666. Also, like you probably know, like the Monster drinks, Monster Energy drinks it looks like it's ripping through, with claws, but it's really Vav, 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 which is 666. All these different things. And he is a monster. The Antichrist is a monster. He's a beast, if you will. And this stuff's all over our culture, as some of you know, a lot of you know, some of you don't. So for example, that's just showing you that. So if this is W, if this is W, okay, then we have 3 W's, W, heart within side of heart within side of heart, or WWW, or WWW. Then we have, if it's a W, for example, we're looking at 23, 23, and 23, which is 69. Or another way of looking at 23, or even the W, is 2 times 3. They like to do this. They do this secretly with numbers. They either add them or times them, okay, or multiply them, okay? So 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6, so that's 666. Or it's also the mark, like I said, chromosomes from each father, mother, and then a technological set of chromosomes, which are going to make up the mark, okay, which is eventually what the Antichrist will use to control everybody with, of course. Okay, so that's one. So why is 69 important on the hearts on his chest, okay? Because I believe one of the things I've showed before is the death of Qasem Soleimani and Abu Mahdi Muhandis. It's hard to say some of these names. Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis is what I'm trying to say. Okay. These two guys were 2 top guys. In fact, I believe there's going to be a retaliation of 2 top guys, like it shows in iPad Goat. I'm talking about how it shows in iPad Goat. And for example, Stinky B.O. and Trumple Thinskin was what I call them. Trumple Thinskin and Stinky B.O. They're going to be attacked, and that shows. I've shown that several places in iPad Goat where 44 and 45 show up. Also, their heads, their faces, different things. And I'm not getting into that exactly right now. But like I've showed, well, let me share this. So they were attacked or killed. News came out for sure on January 3rd, and that was all the signaling. And of course, January is the 11th month, okay? And then March, if you go from that to March 11th, which will be the first major attack on the United States. No, actually, I'll take that back. It'll be March 9th and 11th will be an attack of tsunamis. But for example, if you do that, it's 69 days. Remember on this heart, it was heart, which is 23, 23, 23, 69. So we have 113, which is January 3rd, which is 11/3, and then our way of looking at the Gregorian of March is 3/11. So 11/3 to 3/11 are mirrors, just like 69 is kind of a mirror, but it's upside down mirror of 9. Okay, is that way. So, and then look down here. Oh, 69 is 2 months and 9 days. Oh man, we have the 29 again. 29 we were talking about, which is also, in a sense, upside down and backwards, 62, which is the first day, 62nd day of the year, which was March 2nd. So this is just so much. And again, 311 is a birth. It's a birth. It's a water birth with tsunamis. Okay, a water breaking, I should say. Okay, so we have that. Okay, and I don't know why I had that. Oh yeah, just to remind you that 69, and so we have these guys. So what these guys' names actually mean, the translation best in English, because I could go back to, if you do this just in English, in a sense, is the architect. His name means the architect, father of the Mahdi, sharing the Sun Man, and that again is the the Antichrist right there. He's the sun man. Okay, he's the Helios, the sun god, or Hierophant means the sun child, or whatever. God Helios, and Hierophant, font is child or baby, the sun child or whatever. So the sun man. So those two, their two names together is a message. The architect, father of the Mahdi, sharing the sun man. That's what it's saying. And that's why it's 69 on his chest, I believe. Okay, now I'm going to show you something else. Okay, now we get this concept again of the birth, the conception and birth of the Jupiter in Virgo. Okay, so Jupiter entered Virgo on November 20th, 2016, and it bounced around retrograde motion inside the woman's body in a sense. It's kind of a stick figure looking thing, but it's the concept is good. It's crazy for 293 days, and then come out right down here. You can see down there, come out right between her legs. I'm sorry, impossible. Sorry, impossible for it to be human gestation period roughly. It's 293 days, which is actually, okay, 9 prophetic months or 9 30-day periods. Again, this is a Revelation 12 sign. It's in Revelation, and Revelation 12 has prophetic years, which are 360 days, or in those years are 12 30-day months. That's a prophetic month. So it just so happens 293 days exactly equals 9 30-day months and plus 23 days. So that's 923. And it just so happens to fall, the sign of the final alignment after it went out of the woman on 9/9/2017. It just happened to go in alignment on 9/23. And it was exactly in the body. This is all planned by God. 9 prophetic months and 23 days. And so the enemy ended up making it about himself and ended up the Gregorian falling on the 9th month of the Gregorian and the 23rd day. Which is really, the 9th month, September, is really 7. It's really the 7th month. So anyway, it's all plays into the whole thing. But so 9th month and 23rd day is 9/23. Excuse me. But the enemy, so that's God's birth, showing his numbers in the birth in the sky. No matter what people think, that's what it was. It's based on Revelation being the key, being 9 prophetic months and 23 days. So the enemy, I'm going to show you how the enemy uses the reverse of 329 for the Antichrist birth. So that's God's holy child birth. The God man, wow. I'm trying to think of what to say here. So it's the man-child. That's what I'm trying to say. A man-child birthed into heaven. So it's Jesus was birthed into heaven already as the head of the body of Christ, or the bride of Christ. The man-child is going to be birthed into heaven as the body meeting the head. The faithful body of Christ meeting the head become one man. The sacred secret is really what the Bible shares. The secret, the real secret that's in the Bible that the enemy didn't know, or he wouldn't crucify the Lord of glory, is that Jesus was going to be one of many, and he was going to be the head of a whole body that was joined together, fitly joined together to be this amazing body that has different things it does, and he being the head. If you're connected to the head, now if you're not connected to the head, you don't know the head, you're not walking with the head, you're not going to be in his body. Hello, that's what it means. Okay, if you don't know the head, if you know of the head, that's different than knowing the head. You could know of the head; he could be your savior also, or you could know of him and he didn't become your savior and he didn't become your Lord. But there's a difference between the savior and him being your Lord and master. There's a huge difference. So there's a difference between people knowing of Jesus and knowing him. And so he requires that you know him. So if you talk to him, if you hear from him, if you bother to ask him what to do, regularly, then you know him. If you don't, you don't. That's basically what it is. That's as simple as it is. And most don't because they want to do their own will. And that's not what God teaches. So anyway, moving on. So 923 is the birth of the man-child. And then 329 represents the birth of the Antichrist. The reverse, of course, it would be the reverse. And then also, like I said, like I've shared, 3 is March, 2 is 3/2, which is March 2nd. And then the first real attack in the United States is 3/9. It's incorporated in one full number as 329. And let me show you more evidence of that. And you say, yeah, whatever. But look how these impossible correlations with gematria. If what I'm saying is true, which I already know from a number of reasons, just from the Revelation 12 sign, and also from Barack Obama's birthday being in 2017 to the Revelation 12, from Revelation 12 sign in 2017 to Barack Obama's next birthday in 2018 was 329 days. I'm going to get into that. Okay. Anyway, but 329 exactly in gematria spelled out just so happens to be what? 1 and then 1 and 2 and 7 is 9, or 19, or 27, which is 2 times 7, or 1 times 2 times 7 is 14, or these both can be 19 or 14, which is 14 to 7 plus 7. And then, oh, look, we got 117. What a shock. And then check this out. This is actually 88 times 2, or this could be 8 plus 8 is 16, so we have 216, his 216th day of the year. But this is really shocking. Right here in Jewish gematria, this is exactly his day of birth, which is what I'm saying, backwards. So 3 March 2nd, 2020. Of course, you don't count the zeros. They don't in gematria. So it's March 2nd, 2020 is what 329, his birth, the birth of the Antichrist, equals, spelled out completely. Then right here, check this out. We have 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. We have 8, 4 backwards. This can't work out this way. This can't work out for what I'm saying if this wasn't the case. Just can't. How could 300, if I'm saying 329, and I've said this for a long time, represents the birth of the Antichrist, which is 923 backwards, it's spelled out. How can it equal the exact day I'm saying backwards? Of course it would be backwards because this is backwards from that. These are all backwards. In fact, 11:7 is 7:11 backwards. There's so much to these different things. It's crazy. Hopefully you see this. Hopefully it's clear. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, as best I can do. Okay, so here we go. Even more craziness. So from the burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral, which was massively symbolic to the, by the way, at the same time was the burning of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. There was a fire at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is their symbolism of the end or destruction of Islam at the same time of their destruction of, earthly Christianity in a sense. But that was from, here we go, from the burning of the Notre Dame fire, or the burning of Notre Dame to March 9th, I'm saying, which is going to be the first attack day in the United States, and probably the attack on Trump is 329 days, which just exactly equals from the birth, which is when Jupiter exited Virgo, like I showed there, on 9/9, 14 days before the Revelation 12 sign, but as soon as it exited, which is the birth, to Stinky B.O.'s birth on August 4th, 2018, which just after that was 329 days. Is this a massive coincidences? Yeah, if you believe all that, then I got more to add, and I'm going to make this massive mountain of massive coincidences that are impossible. So here we go. Then we have from the burning of Notre Dame to the Super Bowl, okay, 293 days, because I said the Super Bowl was demonstrating his birth as well. And again, 293 days was how long the moon Jupiter was in Virgo for 293 days, or 9 prophetic months and 23 days, or 329 backwards. Okay. Well, what was February 2nd? It was the 33rd day with 333 days left. Or that was a total of from the burning of Notre Dame to the Super Bowl was 42 weeks if you include the day. Crazy. Again, there's 42 again, the 42 days, or the number 42 of the Antichrist. Boom, even more. Then we have the Notre Dame fire to March 2nd, which I said is the first day. 3/2 is the first day, the apple falling. Ends up being 322 days. Yeah, right. There's no way that could be. Okay, the 322, skull and bones. That's what it's pointing to in the first place. So what I've said was 322, not only from that fire to the first day of birth, that was a few days ago, but also 322 is a code that means 3/2, March 2nd, and 3/11, which is his actual which is another form of his birth, which is water breaking. And that's the tsunami, which is 311, and 11 is just 1 and 1 is 2. So in 322 is March 2nd and March 11th, all included, all inclusive package. And then we have from Tisha B'Av, which was August 11th, okay, 2019, to the final attack day is 216 days. And why? Because Tisha B'Av was all about an attack. It's an attack. It's in Jewish history about destroying the temple. It's going to be an example of destroying with fire, destroying the temple of God in people. So literally, there's going to be people that don't trust God, unfortunately, that are his children, that when the nukes go off, they're going to be killed. And I hate saying that. I hate knowing that. I've known about it for 5 years. I don't like it. But the faithful will be removed by then. Absolutely. The innocent will be removed by the 11th/12th, the tsunamis. That's in the Bible all over the place. And I'm not going to get into all the scriptures because people just end up wanting to argue about it. I'm not going to. It's there. You've been warned. You've been served, as I like to say. And then by the 14th, the bride of Christ, the remnant still, not the majority of Christianity, will be taken. Not the majority of Christianity. They'll have to go through the tribulation to wake up, to, heal of their brokenheartedness, to, wake up to God, wake up to obedience, wake up to so many things. And so from Tisha B'Av to the final attack day is 216 days. Again, is Barack Obama's birthday, 216th day of the year. This is all massive coincidence upon massive coincidence upon massive coincidence. Oh, by the way, I want to mention this real quick because I didn't put a slide in. Robin Williams, this is crazy. So Robin Williams was ritualistically killed on August 11th. In fact, he is Mr. San Francisco. He's linked to San Francisco. In fact, they named things after him, parks and this tunnel after him and all this kind of stuff. He's inexorably linked to Tisha B'Av and also 8/11, which is the attack code 11/8/11. And by the way, so when he was killed on 2014, it was actually telling the day of destruction. So he was killed on August 14th, 2014. And if you take, August 11th, 2014, if you take his birthday, oh my goodness, what am I saying? I'm trying to talk here. Okay, here. If you take his death day of August 11th, and then the year he was killed, August 11th, but take the 0 out of 2014, it's 214 days after his death is March 11th. The tsunamis, which are going to hit San Francisco, because he's Mr. San Francisco. I was going to put a slide of this in here, but I forgot. And I'm covering too much stuff. This is already going to be really long. Anyway, sorry, I got to keep going here. So if you take the 216 days, so Barack Obama was both 216 and 117. And I'm going to show you more of that I've already shown. And that's just in the days of the year, but he is those two because he is ultimately 333. Because also the antidote to that is 666, but also 333 and 333 is 666. But also because when you take the Notre Dame fire to March 12th, this is one way of looking at it. So Notre Dame fire to March 12th, which is the tsunami day in New York, is 333 days. Another way of looking at it is what I'll show you in a second. So he's Mr. 333 as well. So here's another way of looking at this. So if you look at the heart sideways, okay, sideways now. So that's 333. Do you see that? See 3, the inside heart, the lighter heart is 3, and this is 3. 333. Okay, it's right there. Also, let's look at the hearts in the classroom. Just not take them sideways now. Do you see the 333? Again, the ends are connected, so you can't easily see it. It's just tilted a little bit, but that's 333. Okay, also on his abs, almost like I have a heart-shaped look, but they're not closed. So this is 3, 3, and then the final 3 is on fire. Do you see that? It's not even the whole heart. See, it's in the shape of a 3. 3, 3, 3 on fire, which would be the third day of the last day of the 333, which should be on fire. Which another way of looking at it is with the 12th of March, but also The fire at Notre Dame was started on the 15th, in the night on the 15th, but it kept going on the 16th. So really, from the 16th is when it was still full blaze going. In fact, I think that spire that fell down was in the 16th, early morning of the 16th, I believe, which is very symbolic. So from the 16th to full destruction, the last nuclear destruction day was March 14th, and that's 333 days. This is all just massive coincidence. And so there's nothing to see here, people. I'm just wasting your time. All these things I'm showing you so far is nothing. It's nothing. I mean, how can you not see this? Please wake up if you don't see this. I'm serious. I mean, hopefully something gets in your mind, something helps you to see. I've got more coming. Here's more coming. So they also believe they're going from 9 to 3. The bottom of the pyramid is represented by 9. Top of the pyramid is represented by 3. And I'm not getting the whole reason for that right now, but that's what it is. So they love 93. In fact, in 9/11, there was Flight 93. There's all these different 93s, okay? And ultimately, they're going from 9, which is the world, to 3. And again, remember I said Barack Obama's birthday, or 8/4, breaks down to 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, there's so many 3s on all this. So now you understand this 93 idea. Now let me get into 93. This is crazy. So 93 actually equals the Corona V. I don't want to say it. The CV. Okay, the CV. So that's 930, but 930, you take away the 0, is really 93. Well, what else? And this is English gematria. So English is simple gematria, which is A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, times, everything's times 6. Because, of course, Antichrist is 6. 666 and all that stuff, okay? Number of the world is 6, okay? And so what else is in English gematria is 930? Well, Jennifer Lopez, like we were just talking about the Super Bowl. She was featured in the Super Bowl, of course, because she represents this, among other things, and she represents a harlot and everything like that. And then we have Rachel Meghan Markle in English gematria is 930 or 93. Why is that important? Well, she was born on August 4th. Just like Stinky B.O., she's half black, half white, or whatever. She's a mixture, just like supposedly Barack Obama is. He's not really. He's a clone. He's really mostly a Syrian. Anyway, and then also her baby, Archie, was born on the 126th day of the year, which is 126, and Barack is 126. I mean, there's so many things. It's just so much. He's lined up with Archie and Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and stuff. It's ridiculous, and I'm gonna get into all that. And then it just so happens that who was just appointed to the head of the government's, Trump's CV task force or whatever it is, Michael Richard Pence, Vice President Michael Pence, and he just happens to be, and he's always been since he was born. His name has always been exactly inexorably linked to coronavirus. Is that chance? I mean, seriously, is this all chance? Man, you have to be not thinking if you think this is chance. I got more. 11th of March is 930 or 93. That's a chance. That's massive chance. Massive coincidence. No, sorry. I'm giving you so much that it's just impossible. The only way this stuff could line up is if it was planned. That's it. That is it. Okay, so 93 is also 39 backwards, which is the first attack day. Okay, this is all planned. There's so many reasons why this is. Okay, and then, 93 or 930 is also in English gematria. By the way, these are just all English gematria, just to show that they're exactly linked by the same exact cipher. Ultraviolet. Remember, I've shown Obama as ultraviolet. I'm going to show you more if you haven't seen my videos in the past. He is Mr. Ultraviolet. In fact, ultraviolet light, it has the highest vibration. That's why it's associated as a symbol to Lucifer, because he was the angel of light, or he still is, I guess. I don't know, he was called the angel of light. And he comes off to people as light, but he's really darkness. But that's why ultraviolet represents him. That's why ultraviolet is linked so much to Obama, and also how it shows an iPad Go. And I'm going to show you that even more than I have before. But 93 is also 9 plus 3 is 12. Like I said. And then 12 is this is crazy too. 12 is 1, which is the first month that the elite seed has, which is March. So that's 3-2. 12 is really 3-2. Imagine that. So again, you wouldn't do all this. I don't do all this. I think this is absurd and ridiculous, but this is what they're doing. This is how they're hiding all these things. This is how the whole stock market, every time the stock market's been going down, every number is one of the attack days. Every number. In fact, the last section and I'm not going to do it all because it takes too much time. The last few have been, each row is every attack day. And each section of numbers is one of the numbers, like one is 3 or 1. And then we have 8 or 9, 11, 12, 14, or, some combination of that. And I've shown that in the previous video, the part 1. But I'm just not going to do it on every single one because it just takes a while to put it all together. And, and I've already proven it. I mean, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I've already shown you that the stock market is completely contrived. All these numbers, you can literally just look at the stock market numbers when it closes and see several of them easily. And then when you add them, they add up to these. That's another thing. Like when I showed this last time, every single number that's down is a number for 311 or 312 or 314 or whatever. And then when you add all the columns up, they all equal 311 or 312 or 39 or all this stuff. It's crazy. Keep going here. I just uncovered this little nugget recently. And this was, broken, I guess, the story, this contrived, ridiculous story was put out a few years ago about the 84th floor. So supposedly, this is what CNN, fake news CNN, and all news is pretty much fake, but they put out this idea that this guy who's trapped on the 81st floor threw out this note out of the 81st floor window that he broke his hand. They thought, hey, he broke his hand on the glass because there's a smudge right there on the note, which is his blood, I guess. But apparently they are saying that the Federal Reserve that was nearby or some people collected this and then they gave it to the family, the Scott family. Again, this is all contrived stuff for all their messaging about his birth. And you just so happen to have 8-4, which is his birth. Now, let me get into this. This is crazy. So, Scott family equals 8, 5, 8. What's 5 plus 8? 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. It's really 8-4. That's what is hidden. Scott family equals 84. And it's the 84th floor? Yeah, right. Which is 84. Okay. Then I want to equate you with this idea of born. So, we're talking about a birth and we're talking about being born. So, what I'm going to show you pretty soon is how 3-2 equals his birth. And there's many things that happen on 3-2, March 2nd, to show you that. But I want to equate you with this idea of born. So born is 49, or 4 plus 9 is 13. Again, the 13-day process. It's also 22, so just keep that in mind. And then it's also 14. 5 plus 9 is 14, which is 7. And it's 46. Again, I've already said this, 23 and 23 is 46, but I'm showing you how, like in Jewish ordinal gematria, 46 is also born or birth, okay? And if you look at birth as well, there's some numbers in there as well, as far as what birth equals or born equals. So, 84th floor is what they called it. So, wait, let me say this first. So, 84th is birth, and remember I said 12 is birth because it's really March is the first month and 2, so birth. Okay, you're like, yeah, right, whatever. Sure. Well, let me just show you how this keeps adding up. It's insane. So 84th floor exactly in Jewish gematria, and I use Jewish because of what it equates to, is 326. Why is that important? Because Barack Hussein Obama is exactly backwards of 326 is 623. In the same exact cipher. Jewish only. I'm not using another cipher with another cipher. It's exactly backwards. Remember, he's exactly backwards of a lot of things. So the 84th floor exactly backwards equals Barack Hussein Obama. I mean, just the odds of that are just ridiculous. In the same cipher. Let me show you something else here. So we look at 84 as a birth just by itself. Now let's just look at the letters by themselves. So after 84, we have TH as in 84th. So TH floor west office. Then we have another number 12. So they break this up. So TH floor west of office equals, imagine that. It equals 2 plus 2 is 4 and 6, 46, which is birth. Full reduction is exactly 100. We're going to get into 100 pretty soon. But 100, take away the zeros, is 1. When something is first, it's born. Okay, and then there's 19 again. There's 19. Remember, it's in his year of birth, 19 and 19, which is really 61 is upside down is 19. But there's 19 again, which has to do with his birth. And then 1 plus 9 is 10, which take with 0, and you have 1. Again, 1 is a symbolic number for beginning or birth. 1 is the first or the first. Okay, and then we have right here, what is this? And this is English Gematria, but reverse. So it's backwards. So English Gematria, but backwards. We have 1 plus 7 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. We have 8, 4 again. With 8, 4, 8, 4, 8, 4, 8, 4. Birth, 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 birth. Okay, there's more. Then we have after the 12, we have people trapped. Look, we have 1 times 49, born. And then 2, take away the 0, 2, 2, born. So everything here is saying birth or born Barack Obama. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? And this was in the past. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's an example. When did they release this? Well, they released this. This came out. Note, lets family know 9/11 victim went down fighting. I could have done Gematria on that probably too. I mean, everything. It's even the people's names. It's everything. I just can't do all this on everything. And I wouldn't get this video out if I did. So look at this, though. This is incredible. This is another thing to prove what I'm saying. They decided to release this story, okay, on September 12th, 2012, okay, exactly backwards. Look, follow the bouncing ball, follow the bouncing ball, follow the bouncing ball. Okay, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2, so we have 3, 2. Backwards, 1 plus 2 is 3, September is 9, 3, 9. So we have 3, 2, 3, 9, 3, 2, 3, 9, 3, 2, 9. That is his birth. Hello. And then, there's a massive coincidence. This guy's Randy Scott. Remember, it's the Scott family, which equals 84. Then look, his age is 48, which is 84 backwards. If this is even a real guy, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is a real guy. Or maybe he's not. Who knows? Does anybody know? Who knows? Who would know? Who would know if he was? If he wasn't, who would know? Nobody. Except the people that are contriving and do it all like they do with all the news. I mean, are you serious? Look down here, this funeral plot or whatever. I don't know if this is what exactly this is. It's a stone in the area, but it just happens to be 126, which again, like I've said many times, is 126 is not only Barack's number for his name, and just the name Barack, but also 126 is 1, which is the first month, which is really 3, and then we have 2, which is the second day, and then 6 is always 9. To the least, 6 or 9 are interchangeable. And that's the code because one is upside down the other, so it doesn't really matter. So 126 is 329, and that's his birth, like I showed, like I proved. Okay, boom. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at these 84s. He died at age 48, which is 85. That's just, I mean, with all these 84s, are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, let's get into what some of the news stories that happened on 3/2. I mean, there's more than this. I mean, literally, I covered like I'm going to cover half of them. And I just can't I'm going to bring the most convincing ones to you. And there's probably way more, and I just couldn't cover them all because it was just too much work. And I got to get something out at some point. But look, on 3/2, 100 Americans confirmed to have CV. Again, take away the zeros, it's born, it's first, 1. Okay? Then we have, on that same day, 4 more CV deaths in Washington State. That toll at 6. 4 and 6. 46. Birth. By Gematria and also by 23 chromosomes and 23 chromosomes. Are you kidding me? Then we have this, West Virginia governor signs born alive abortion bill. So they're, in quotes, is born alive. He's born alive on this day. The Antichrist, because that's who it's really about. You're like, yeah, right. I mean, come on. That's just a governor of West Virginia, and he's just signing a bill. In fact, it says that he signed a largely symbolic measure to penalize physicians who don't provide medical care to child born after an abortion. I mean, this is all BS. Bob Saget. I mean, seriously, the pedophile. That's why I call it. It's what, I could say Barbara Streisand. I could say it's BS. Bob Saget. I mean, seriously, give me a break. Give me an ever-loving break. Okay, now let me prove this. So you're like, oh yeah, this is just a regular story. Let me show you how it's not a regular story. Also, like I said, I already said this ahead of time. So I have a part 1 that said it would be 3-2 already. And we have a West Virginia governor saying born alive. So he's just declaring basically Barack Obama's born alive. Okay, and I'm going to show you how. So look at this. Look at how they do this, gematria. Look at how they do this. They don't say West. They say W. They don't say Virginia. They say VA. And they got dots to separate them too. I mean, are you kidding? I'm sure they've probably done this in the past, but it's crazy the way they do this. I mean, how do most people even know? Well, anyway, whatever. So look, W is 23, the 23rd letter alphabet, 23rd letter of the alphabet is what I'm trying to say. And then V is 21 and A is 22. 22 and A is 1. So that both those together are 23. 23 and 23, like I said, are the chromosomes from the mother and father, and that's 46. And it just so happens to be born alive abortion bill. I mean, come on. Give me a break. And then 4 plus 6 is 1, just like here, 1. Which is first, or born, or the beginning is 1. 1's always at the beginning. It is the beginning. Okay, then let's look at more. Hey, I got more. This, not just this. This is blowing my mind. I hope it is blowing yours a little bit, all this stuff. I mean, I'm blown away by what the Lord leads me to. It just still blows my mind. I'm like, my brain's exploding inside, and I just have to take a break for a second sometimes. It's like, I can't handle this. Look at this. Governor Jim Justice. And look, we have this. Look, 1 plus 3 is 4. 9 plus 8 is 17. In 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. So we have 4, 8, 84 backwards. When it has to do with born alive and WVA, which is 23, 22, 46, which is birth, like I showed you, it was born. It wasn't even birth, it was born. And I showed you in gematria how 46 is born. There's more. Look at this guy. It's underneath my point. Anthony Izaguirre, whatever it is, his name is. He is Aguirre. Anyway, however you say that. Look at his, this is all not contrived. And why would I even look this up if I didn't think it was possible? Because I looked it up right away. Wait, first, let me do that first. Do this first. Governor Jim Justice. A lot of times when they double the letters, like Jim Justice. That sounds so contrived. Maybe it's his real name, but I doubt it. I think it was given it for this probably. But Jim Justice, it sounds like a Hollywood name. Anyway, JJ is 1010, so take the zeros away, it's 11. Well, Governor Jim Justice is GJJ, which would be 711. Remember I said 11-7 or 711 is 11 times 7 or 7 times 11 is 77, and BO is 77. These are all massive coincidence with massive coincidence with massive coincidence with massive coincidence, and it all doesn't mean anything. Yeah, right. So let's look at Anthony, however you say his last name. Look at him. We have 1 and 3 is 4, 2 and 6 are 8, 4 and 8 is 84 backwards. And there's more in that, all this stuff. It's 623 times 1. 623 is... anyway, you'll see in a little bit here what 623 is. It's crazy. Hopefully you see this. I'm gonna go more here. Then check this out. This is phenomenal right here. West Virginia governor. So there's been several people that have been West Virginia governor, right? But this guy, it's maybe been there, that name, West Virginia governor. Maybe West Virginia would just come up just so it could be West Virginia governor, and it's going to announce eventually the birth of the Antichrist. This is so crazy. Look at this. 117, 117, 117. This is, these are all 117s. This is, there's just so much in here. And then 2 times 7 is 14, which is 77. There's just so much. 2 times 7 is 14, 77. Each thing is... There's just so much in all this. I can't even... This is also staggering as well. Underneath this thing, this English gematria and then reverse English gematria are both exactly the same. That is, by itself, that's ultra rare. Then to have all these 117s and everything end up... Most of these things right here. And then look, there's the 126. That's him as well. 126. which is his birthday. Again, it's really 329. Again, it's the death of Kobe Bryant, 126. I mean, which he represents Barack Obama. I mean, it just, are you kidding me? Hopefully you see this. I mean, the fact that these two, English gematria, which is simple gematria times 6, and then you reverse it. So Z being 6, and then Y being 12, and then you go reverse, and it just goes up from there to A being the biggest number times 6, 26th letter times 6, and then these two reverse of each other are exactly the same number. That had to be planned. I mean, you can't do that if you try to have what phrase can you even try? Oh wow, it's just, so when you add all this together, just this slide, not to mention my whole presentation, impossible. Especially when you have this idea, this theme that I already said of his birth, that I already said before it even happened. I said it days before it even happened. Boom. Let's look at this one. This will blow your noodle. Jack Welch, former chairman and CEO of General Electric, dies at 84. Oh, there's another 84. That's another massive, ridiculous coincidence. Okay, now let's check this out. His real name is John Francis Welch Jr. Okay, General Electric CEO, all that stuff, right? Okay, so look at his date of birth, November 19th, 1935. Well, November 19th is 11/19, which is the code for the attack on Trumbull, which is 1119, which is 39. Okay, first real attack day. Okay, there's more than that though. So November 19th is also, because 19 is really 1, and then his year is 1935. So 19 is really 1, and 35 is 8, which is the whole year is 9. So November 19th is 1119 also. So not only is November 19th 1119, but November 19th ends up being 111 because 19 equals 1. And so in the year it ends up being 19. So it's 9. So the whole year, or his whole birthday ends up being 1119. If you understand that, if I've explained that. Hopefully you understand that. So November 19th is 1119. November 1935 is 1119. This is what these people do with nines. How you can mess with nines. Nines are throwaway. They're just to put in there to make a point, and then you throw them away. Eventually. Or they make a point, and then maybe you throw them away, or whatever. So it's just, this is crazy. There's so much more to this. And then, so if I take his actual birthday and equate it to the last time, it was November 19th last year, to March 14th, which is the final attack date, it's 117. I mean, are you kidding me? Man, I got to keep going here. This is going to be a long video. And then he was CEO of General Electric, which is 822, and English gematria, which is 84. 84 again. What a shock. And then he was CEO, right? Again, English gematria. English gematria is used a lot because it's simple gematria times 6. It's used a lot, and I'm proving it. Look at 138, which is also 138 is, some of these numbers are multiple things, and sometimes I can't even see what they all are. But 138 is also 3 plus 8 is 11, so it's 111. And again, 111 is the first month is March, so it's 311. Also, for this case, it's 1 and 3 is 4, and then we have 8, so 48 or 84 backwards. And then here's CEO again, which is 23 in simple gematria. So the basic gematria, and then we have it times 6 is still his birth. And again, Stinky BO is 23 because he's really 32. 3/2, March 2nd. And this all happened on March 2nd. These stories I'm saying right now are on March 2nd only. They release this. They say, hey, this is going on. Okay, and then his real name, he goes by Jack Welch, but his real name is John, which is 23 again. And again, Barack Obama wore the jersey in high school basketball 23 because he's really Mr. 32. And he's also 23, 23, 23. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, and then Welch, so if you take them separately, it's 84 in reverse simple gematria, basically. And then check this out. So this is more coincidence upon coincidence upon coincidence. Then John Welch together in Jewish ordinal is 113. I mean, literally, they pick these people. These people are groomed in their lives to be these examples. I'm telling you, if you can't see that, this is impossible for this all to line up. Pick anybody. Try to find somebody that matches. Try. Just try. Literally try. You won't be able to. I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, literally, the only way I know is because I know the news is saying it. And then person after person after person on this particular day. Are you kidding? Okay, so here's another one. James Lipton, creator and host of Inside the Actors Studio, dies at 93. Remember 93? Remember CV? Remember Michael Pence? Remember all those 93s? Which is actually 12, which is actually 3-2. I mean, are you kidding me? 93 again. He dies at 93. Ooh, what a coincidence. Yeah, massive. And then his name, spelled out in English gematria again, is 8-4, because we don't count the 0 again. And this was all in 3-2. And then let's look at this. And then, of course, him and his life and his show are all part of it, of course, because it's all contrived. Everything in the media is contrived. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. I want out. Inside the Actors Studio. Are you kidding me? Well, look, this is 2, 5 is 7, 7. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7, 7. We have 9 plus 5 is 14, which is 7, 7. We have 1 and 2 is 3, and that's 3, 2. We have 3 and 1, which is backwards. This is 13. It's 13-day birth period. Then we have 1 and 1, 1, 1, 1, which is really March is the first month, then 11, 3, 11. Then we have 4 plus 7 is 11, so we have 11, 1, 11 again. 1, 11, 1, 11, 3, 2. Again, this is also 3, 2 because it's the first month is March, which is also known as the third month in Gregorian. And then we have 1 and 1 is 2, which is really 3, 2. Or 311. Like I said, 311 and 32 are both 32, which is 322. And there's multiple ways to do this, and they all are crazy. For example, look at this one. I mean, this one right here, you take away the 0, you have 1 and 4, which is 14, which is 7 plus 7, and then you have 7. So it's 7, 7, 7 also. And this is how they do this. I'm telling you, I'm proving it. If you don't believe it, I'm continually proving it. Okay, here's another story on 3-2, March 2nd. Ali Reisman blasts USA Gymnastics over settlement offer for Nassar victims. The Olympic gold medalist says USA Gymnastics is engaging in a cover-up and called proposed settlement involving officials of liability offensive. Okay, so here she is, Ali Reisman. Okay, she equals exactly in simple gematria 113. Is that a coincidence? I got these people. Hold on for a second here. Okay, so I had a little disruption next to me here. So Ali Reisman is 113. Yeah, right. Sure. And then cover up, which it was saying in this article, is 100. Like I said, that was CV, the first how many cases of CV and all that stuff by this day. It also cover up equals 100, which is again 1 first birth, born, all that stuff. USA Gymnastics is 62 in Jewish reduction, which again, March 2nd was the 62nd day of the year. And these are all versions of that as well. 611, which is 62. There's several things going on here I'm not getting into. And then we have 126. Again, 126 backwards is 62 times 1. Another way of looking at it. Or again, 329 is what it really is. Or again, the death of Kobe Bryant, which is the Black Mamba, and he's number 24. I mean, all this kind of, it's just crazy. It just keeps going. And then Nassar victims, it says in that article that I just read, Nassar was the guy's name that was the guy that molested these girls, I guess. Sick. Of course, that's in the news. I mean, that's the news of the day. It's great. Nassar victims, exactly the phrase is 184, which is 1 times 84, which is 84. Again, 84 again. And then this guy who supposedly, I assume this is a real guy, but who the heck knows? Who knows? I mean, I can't say about the realness of any of this, or if some of this stuff's part of it's false, part of it's real. They do that. See, again, news stories like this, they usually have some version of real and fake, both. But sometimes it's all fake. If they can really control it, they can make it 100% fake. But we're talking about billions of people on the planet with a virus and all that stuff. Some of it's going to be real, some of it's going to be fake, because they can't completely control all of it. It's too random. It's too hard to do that. So that's why most of these things are some kind of version of both. But this guy's name, who supposedly molested these girls, he's a doctor for these gymnasts in the Olympics, okay? And his oh goodness, look at this. Do you see this? 8, and then 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 8, 4 again. Again, birth, 8/4. Stinky B.O.'s birth, 8/4, August 4th. Are you kidding me? And then look right here. His first name is Larry, which is 444, which is Lucifer. I mean, it just keeps going. This poor kid, if he's even real, I mean, literally right now, AI can literally produce faces of people that people have been fooled that look like real people, and there's been stories about they're not real people. They look like real people or pictures of real people, but AI is able to just make it. I mean, seriously, they're not real people. I mean, there's been articles I've seen on that. There's people that look like real people, pictures of real people that are not real people. So who knows what's real anymore? The point is the narrative. What it's saying is the point. It's the message, what it's trying to program people to. So this kid was apparently lost or kidnapped or something, and then he was declared dead that day, March 2nd. And his name exactly equals, again, the English mantra, 82284. Are you kidding me? Here's Stinky B.O. and Lady Gaga. They're good buddies. In fact, he talked about her many times. She sang for him several times, and they've talked about each other several times in the media and stuff like that. They're good buddies because she's a Satanist and he's Satan. I mean, are you kidding? Here he is giving her some kind of medal. I don't know what it is, a medal of freedom or some other junk. What a bunch of junk. He's giving this highly regarded Satanist that's been seen at spirit cooking and had blood in her hotel rooms, like someone was murdered, sacrifices, I mean, all kinds of stuff. And this guy is directly associated with her in many ways. I mean, if you were a real president that had real integrity, why on earth would you associate it with a sick, twisted, proven Satanist beyond a reasonable doubt? Because you're Satan. Because he's Satan. Because Jesus said, I see Satan as lightning falling from heaven, and that is in Hebrew in Luke 10:18, Barack Obama, and that's what his name is. That's literally what it says in Hebrew. Lightning falling from the heights or heaven is Barack Obama, and that's his name. Are you kidding me? Wake up, people. Seriously. And then why am I mentioning this? Because Lady Gaga released that day, March 2nd, she said, hey, I'm releasing my new album here pretty soon. And she picked that day. Why? Because she's in cahoots with all this stuff. Because she is 58, which is 13, 13, 13. And then this is also 13 because 5 plus 8 is 13, but it's also 113. Yeah. It's many things. It's also 68, which is 6 plus 8 is 14, which is 7. Again, it's about his birth. And then what was she going to release? What's her album name? Chromatica, okay, which is born, the day of birth, which is the 62nd day of the year, which is March 2nd, that day, Antichrist number of 42, and then we have, again, 174, which is 111. It's many things. I'm going to get into all of it. I mean, are you kidding me? Do you see this? Hopefully you do. This is ridiculous. It's been a long video, so sorry, but if you want to see all this information, I just had to throw it all together. This is too much. I had to do it in this one video. Okay, now let's check this out. I mean, his versions on Twitter. I mean, his name and his foundation. I mean, this is absurd. When I looked at this, I kind of was led to this too, and I couldn't, it just blows my mind. So, he joined, it doesn't say what day, and here it just says joined March 2007. Well, that's the birth. March is 3, 2 in 2007 is 2, and then also March 2 plus 7 is 9. So March, when you add these together, March 9th. So it's March 2 and March 9th. 3239 is 329. I mean, are you kidding me? Barack Obama, dad, husband, president, citizen, Antichrist. I mean, seriously, that I just showed you how that's the number of the Antichrist, and that's his birth. That represents his birth, 329. Am I not proving it? Okay, and then look down here. Look when Obama Foundation joined Twitter. Down here, January 2014. And so January, again, is the 11th month. Sorry, in this situation, they're using it as the first month. Plus the 2 is 3, and then we have 14, 314. Again, these can't be super obvious, okay? Again, January could be 1 or it can be 11, and that's the whole thing, is that they make it either way. Okay, more evidence, okay? Barack Obama is 68, which again is, and I think actually ritual killing is like 86 or something too. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But he's 68, which 6 plus 8 is 14. That's 7, 7. 7 plus 7, 32, 32. Again, that was 3-2. The day we're talking about was 3-2. Okay? And we're talking about how in his legs, in his presidential portrait upside down, it's 32. We're talking about how Kobe Bryant's jerseys add up to 32 because he's the Black Mamba, and all this stuff. And then look, Obama's just happened, his name, not the full name, but just his two names, which is used a lot, Barack Obama. People say it a lot. Probably billions of people have said it over the years. That's a lot of saying it a lot. Ooh, the birth. By them saying his name, they're not realizing they're saying the birth. 8-4, 3-2, 3-2, 7-7, the birth. I mean, are you kidding? Seriously. Hopefully you see this. And then Obama Foundation. This is incredible. 1 times 84 is 84. How can this be unless this is planned? You got 84 and 84. We have 7 plus 6 is 13, 13. Again, 13-day process. 3-2 again. Take away the 0. 3-2. 6, 7 is 13. And this is odd. I mean, again, 9 is a throwaway number. So you could just immediately throw away and then it'd be 6, 7, just like this one. But in this case, it's there so it can be 22. And I showed earlier, born was it was twice 22 in ciphers. Born, and then so then we have 11 times 4 is 44. There he is again. And then we have 9-3 as well, or 3-9 backwards. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Now, if you would just say, hey, you take this and go, oh, okay, yeah, maybe this and this and that and this and this and that and that and this and this and that and this. I mean, all this stuff I'm talking about, there's just no way. There's no way. If you understand analytically a little bit, if you understand logic, if you understand math at all, you can't make this stuff work. It can't. You can't. It'll work maybe here, there, a little bit, peppered here and there. But no, not like this. Just not like this. No way. So here we have Stinky B.O. One version, literally their dog is named, and look, he's yin and yang. He's black and white. For the birth. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, people. Only demons can. They're able to put all this stuff together. It's really quite crazy. Okay? You can't make this stuff up. It's really crazy. 1 second here. Okay, at least I got to see the time. Okay, so yin and yang. I mean, are you kidding me? And he called his dog, or they called his dog Bo. I mean, that's not a coincidence. This is all predictive programming as well. It's B.O. We know who that is. And so he's Stinky B.O. And he's a dog. Why is that important? Okay, because we have this other Stinky B.O. This is why I call him Stinky B.O. Okay, because he stinks. People say he smells like sulfur and different things. Smells like death. I mean, whatever. And look at these flies. I mean, there's no precedent for this of flies attaching themselves to somebody in presidential, being a president. I mean, it's insane. And he is looked at as God, and that's his. So his dog is B.O. the dog, or B.O. the God, backwards. Again, he's everything backwards. Like I said, 923, 329. I mean, all this stuff backwards. 23, 32, all this stuff. So he's the false God. He's going to be billed as the false God, the God man, Stinky B.O. Okay, why is I calling him that also? Because Beelzebub in the Bible means Lord of the Flies. Is what Beelzebub means, Lord of the Flies. Okay, because he stinks, and that's why I'm calling him Stinky B.O. A number of reasons, and just to be irreverent to that Jack Wagon. I'm tired of him. I really am. And if you don't believe it, you will see it. You will see the day, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, Aaron was right. You won't believe it. I'm telling you, I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee completely he is the Antichrist. There's just no way. First of all, I was told by the Lord about 8 years ago that he was, and he also at the same time told me that America's Mystery of Babylon. And I'm just literally, I did not know that until the Lord Jesus just basically spoke it to me, and he just said he is the Antichrist. This is, and I was looking in Revelation, and then I was reading some stuff, and then he just basically said right off the page, he said, bro, and I'm like, I was stunned actually. I was like, this brand new guy that no one knows who he is. I mean, I wasn't had no axe to grind or nothing. And I thought for sure that at that time, if I had to guess, that the Catholic Church I think it's a version or a shadow of that, but ultimately the mystery Babylon. I think Catholic Church is Babylon to some degree, and there's other Babylons, but of course the original Babylon and all that. But ultimately, Mystery Babylon is absolutely without any doubt, and I've proven it beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's a nation of nations. It was surrounded by water. I mean, all these different things it has to be, and USA only fits the mark. And I don't care what anybody says. I've proven it. And I'm not going to just show it in a video. It's not kind of a waste of time. So, but I call him, instead of Beelzebub, I call him Beelzebutthead, because instead of Lord of the Flies, he's the Lord of the Buttheads. All the people that are stupid and are buttheads, he's the Lord of them in this world. And so that's why I call him that, because I'm going to be super irreverent and silly to this nugget because he is horrible. He deserves way worse than what I'm saying about him, but I'm not going to stoop to his level completely. Maybe a little bit, but not completely. So, and I'm gonna get to the end here, hopefully. This is seen in iPad Go, and I'm gonna show you some stuff how it relates to Stinky BO as well. So right here, on 3/8, I'm guessing, because today is 3/5, March 5th. On March 8th, I'm guessing we may see lava in Hawaii. Lava in Hawaii. You see that? That's in there. Literally, when we were looking through scenes, my wife saw this Hawaii, and I was like stunned. And then I saw after that lava, and they were kind of mixed together, lava and Hawaii. And this is an island. This is a Hawaiian princess, by the way. And this is also BO right here. He's a male version and a female version. And then he's also birthed out of her belly right here. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So right here, he's untying the ribbon, and that's Ultraviolet, like I've said earlier. And he is Mr. Ultraviolet. He's about to be birthed. Okay. And then right here, you got the skull and bows on his shoulder, and that's 3/22. That's when this begins. Again, 3/2 is March 2nd, and 3/11 is 3/2 as well. But it's all going to begin right here with 3. This is kind of a whole thing, but 3/8 is going to be when this, I think, very possibly, if this is the right time, again, this is my grand guess, this is the right time, we'll be clued in on this, really beginning. There's will be a lot of code and a lot of messages and meaning and everything till 3/8. 3/8 could be Kilauea and lava, and possibly an attack on Stinky BO. Okay. Again, I'm saying possibly, I'm saying this stuff. This is what I'm reading so far. Whenever this time frame is, if this is really hitting it, and we've hit it, which I think we have. Again, this is my grand guess. Okay, and then look, he is there. There he is right here with his ears, and here he is. That's obviously a caricature of him. He's trying to eat an egg, and he's pointing to with his ultraviolet tassel. He's the dragon, really. The dragon's trying to eat the child that's in the egg, and that's later on iPad Goat. Okay, and that is ultraviolet. Let me prove more here. So look at yellow pearls. She has yellow pearls right here. Yellow pearls in English gematria. Again, there's reliable English gematria again, showing the truth, is equal to exactly Barack Hussein Obama. Bam. Okay, then we have this scene. I want to talk about this for a second. Again, I've shared how right down here is Wu, and then upside down is Han. So it's Wuhan. And then again, this building looks like the building, like one end of the hospital is 2 levels and about this wide of the hospital, and it's right at Wuhan. And then this looks like what? It looks like Diamond Princess. See, look, this is a shark. This is a shark up out of water. Also, this is a ship because you've got lights. I believe this is also around the time with this virus. Is Wuhan right here. This is the hospital / prison. And then this is the Diamond Princess. And what does Diamond Princess equal exactly in English gematria? Barack Hussein Obama. Because he is the Die Man Princess. He's the skeleton that is going to make people die, man. Diamond. Get it? Diamond. Okay, I was going to do something on that also as a silly thing. I thought to take it out. Anyway, and then here is the Die-Man, the Death Man, the Die-Man, and he's got a diamond. Get it? He's grabbing the princess. Okay, and I'm going to show you how she's the princess. By the way, this is Hawaii too right here. Anyway, there's so much in here. It's just crazy. Okay, this is the diamond, and then she's the princess, so she's the diamond princess. She's also Sun Tzu. This is what how Hierophant describes her. She calls her Sun Tzu, opposing courageously those who would enslave her. So she's opposing, she's protesting. She's a protesting princess, really. Okay, and so there was the diamond princess, and then there's the sun princess, and she is Sun Tzu. And then down here, I just made the diamond bigger. But right here she's going, and then there's a little diamond you can see, but I enlarged it because you can't see. And I have a purple lightning bolt because of Barack Obama's a lightning falling from heaven, pointing to the diamond. So she's the diamond princess. She's also the sun princess in a sense, because she's Sun Tzu. And then look, diamond protest, because she's protesting. And there's a diamond on her shoulder as she's protesting with the white flag. She's protesting because she's courageous. She's opposing courageously those who were enslaved by protesting. She's a protest princess, and exactly equals Barack Hussein Obama, 623. Also, like I said, 623, I mentioned earlier and I mentioned many times, is Barack Hussein Obama. Okay, BO, because there's several places in iPad Go that I've shared in the past. There's several. I'm just going to show you one, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a separator. Lily's the separator, and then he's the 6th. This is Barack Obama with ears. He's got the ultraviolet sprayed on him. He's the only one. He's the 6th one. He's got LC on him, which is 1, 2, 3. I'm not getting all that right now. 6, and then these are 6 figures, but these two are joined. So there's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So Barack Obama is 623 or 623 in Jewish gematria, which is also 6 is also 9, so it's 923. Again, like I told you, it's either 923 or 329 is what he is, and 623. It's all works together. Okay, and also she is Sun Tzu, which is 2 words. Sun is 54. Like the Super Bowl? Yep. And then 45, like Trumple? Yes, Trumple Thinskin, yep. 54, 45, which is 99. And I've shared this 99 many times in the past about the dead Bush and how it's the death of the 2-9 presidents. So we have the Lincoln, the death of the Lincoln, which is number 72, CVN 72, and CVN is a big old code and on. And then we have the death of Trumple when he's 45, which is 9. So 99. There's so much in this. It's crazy. Anyway, and then Princess Protest. So if this was really her, this really wasn't her, it wouldn't match. Princess is protesting, and then that's 216, this dude, the day of the year, and then 72, which, like I said, one of the 9s in 99 is 72, which is the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is going to be attacked. She's also Princess Protest is also 99, which is Sun Tzu, which is 99. And then in reverse order, no, is 1 plus 8 is 9, 99. Or also back to him again, we have 8 plus 9 is 17, is 117. Back to him. I said 117 is Stinky BO. Okay, wow. Last thing I'm going to talk about is today. So I was talking mainly about March 2nd. There's things every single day announcing his birth. And this is today. Today is March 5th. I'm doing this. I'm uploading this hopefully very soon. This is a crisis. Airlines face 113 billion hit from the coronavirus. Are you kidding me? Again, look at this. 113, 311. And then what's here? Look. 3-8, which is BO's day. And I'm saying it could be attacked / the lava coming out and Kilauea, if this is all right, if I have this analyzed right. Again, it's my grand guess. That's all it is, a big grand guess based on the evidence I see. So, and also, look, March 5th is 3-5. Today is, so we're going to see some different, we're going to see more birth stuff, signs. You can look at it. Go ahead and look. Go to Gematrinator, for example, gematrinator.com. Type in some things in the media, like, what's the news of the day, like that kind of stick out as a phrase or a person. Type it in, try some different ciphers and see and you'll find 84, you'll find 77, you'll find a few of these things I'm saying, and you'll be blown away. You can do it yourself. And literally, you're just revealing what they're doing. You're not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't do it at all, except to reveal Ephesians 5:11, reveal what the psychos, the evil people are doing. Expose them is what the Bible says. I'm exposing their evil so you wake up, hopefully, and you realize they want to kill you. with viruses, with 5G, with everything else, with attacks, with tsunamis, with all the stuff that's coming. So you've been warned, or like I say, you've been served. You've been served by the Lord and by me. So thank you very much for watching this video. It's way too long. I'm sorry I didn't want to be this long, but I had to get all this information. Hopefully you appreciate this information. It's crazy the amount of stuff I found. It adds up to massive attacks and the birthing process of Stinky BO, whether it's this exact time or it's choking some other time, but I can't imagine it's some other time. But again, this is I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm doing my best to information, and time will tell. A few days away. We're a few days away from time telling. So thank you for all you that have given. We do need more money, though. If this is not the time, I do need more support. I have a link in the description box to PayPal if you're able to help. Please help. My family needs it. I mean, we're down to a few bucks. I mean, this is our walk. It's been our walk for like 18 years. Me and my wife. It's been our walk. It's just we've been trusting the Lord. We've had nothing and absolutely nothing from day to day. No food or no place to live. At times, trusting the Lord, Him doing amazing, crazy stuff. To having a job where I make $80,000 a year. I mean, whatever it is, because I was there to witness to people. Whatever. Bringing people to the Lord, whatever it is, helping people with their hearts, dealing with different things. So I thank you for all you who have given, and I thank you if you're going to give. I appreciate it. I thank you for sharing these videos. Please, I beg you, please, share these videos, please. Share these videos, and I need your prayer, but please share these videos. Please, this is almost here. I'm telling you, folks, it's almost here. And I thought that for a while, but I'm telling you, everything I've done so far to this point all adds up to this time frame. All my next 9/11 series, all 13 of those, I mean, all the things I've done in the past, it's like, when you grow up and you start learning a lot of things about a subject and you become an expert at it. I've really become close to an expert, if not the expert on this. And I understand what this is all about. This is about twin births. This is about attacks in the United States. This is about the end of the United States, about the beginning of the New World Order, the beginning of the one world government, one world religion, one world dictator being the Antichrist, him being the false Messiah, the false God man, all this stuff. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, and you're smack dab in the middle of it as the CV is growing and whatever's really going on. Those details I don't know exactly, but I know people are really dying. And if you don't believe that, you're just not aware. You're not aware of what's really going on. People are dying. Who knows what they're dying of exactly? I don't know. Okay, I have suspicions. It might be multiple things, but the agenda of killing people and reducing the population down to the Georgia Guidestones of 500 million. In fact, on that day of 3/2, which I didn't mention, on the day of 3/2, Apple settled a lawsuit for $500 million, and that matches exactly 500 million of the Georgia Guidestones that they want to get the population down to in the world. And that's not a coincidence. You may think it is. I know better. So thank you for what you've already given, and thank you if you can give to my family right now with monetarily. I'd appreciate it if this keeps going a little bit longer, but we're almost there. We're so almost there. To you who are waiting for the Lord Jesus to leave, we're almost there. I'm thankful we're almost there, but I'm not thankful for what's coming on people, and I've seen it in dreams and visions what's going to happen to people, and it sucks. I know. You'll see. Most people won't believe me, the Lord's told me, until after it happens, and then they'll know that the Lord has shown this stuff. He's shown it to you. He's brought it to you through me. So thank you. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.